Marching south from the ruins of Fort Mercius, we've finally arrived at the Imperial capital. Our showdown with Hubert and the Death Knight is at hand. In Enbarr, there are 2 landmarks that are connected to the personal histories of 4 of our units. Long, long ago, Sedith worked at the local church, and he met Flane's mother there. And Manuela and Dorothea both performed at the Opera House before coming to Garreg Mach. If you deploy those characters here, and they end their turn within 2 spaces of their respective landmarks, then you earn special rewards at the end of the battle. Sending Sedith or Flane to the church will unlock another copy of the Maculal Evil Repelling Company. If they both go, you'll get a Spirit Dust as well. Likewise, the first of Manuela or Dorothea to visit the Opera House will gather the Opera Company volunteers, and the second will recover a Speedwing. This is the reason why we gave Manuela and Dorothea a little bit of training. We're using them both, and we want them to pull their own weight. Manuela is now a trickster, so she can use stealth to her advantage. Dorothea is a warlock who can support the team with Meteor and Physic. Still, they're pretty far behind everyone else in terms of actual combat ability. We'll be leaning heavily on Byleth, Claude, Lysithea, Leone, Flane, and especially Petra and Sedith to clear the streets quickly. This stage has a lot of flying monster enemies, and it also hits us with Falcon Knight reinforcements close to our starting positions, so we want to move fast. Petra and Sedith are flyers themselves, and they have tanking abilities that no one else can match. Not even Claude or Lysithea, who have to worry about monster attacks when they're low on HP. Marianne and Cyril round out the team with dancing and stride support, respectively. Cyril can use his bows to good effect against the monsters, too. Balthus is backing up Lysithea as a guard adjutant. Hilda provides important hit rate bonuses to Sedith, and Ignaz is attached to Byleth just to get some extra training.
We were told Hubert would be leading the enemy forces, but the Death Knight's also with them. We'll have to take care of both of them, but we won't have time to mop up all the enemy units. We'll have to split up and take them on at the same time, or risk being overrun by their reinforcements.
It's here! The Crest of Flames banner! There, on the other side of the canal!
Uninvited guests, I see. Let's ensure they receive a warm welcome. Ready the artillery. Prepare to attack. Rocks, arrows, magic. Rain death upon the enemy until they are silent as the grave. Reinforcements will fly in shortly. Defend the heavy weapons until they arrive.
Cyril uses Stride on the northern squad, which features Byleth, Leone, and our 3 best flyers. Collectively, their job is to conquer the central plaza and the residential district to the east. Leone's Retribution Gambit makes that possible. She ends her first turn in range of a couple of snipers, whom she can kill on the counterattack. Meanwhile, Sedith has an appointment to keep with the man who kidnapped his daughter.
I have no need of you. To kill, to die, to know one without the other would be maddening.
I still have a long way to go.
Okay, just Hubert left to deal with.
We are taking heavy losses. We need more troops.
Sedith backs up so that the sniper to the left will have a harder time hitting him. Petra makes him equip the Ocane Shield, and then she hits the adjacent demonic beast with Ashes and Dust. Part of the challenge here is to strip these monsters of their shields quickly, and this is a good start.
What's my strategy?
Byleth locks down 2 of the enemies who are equipped with battalions.
I think I've mastered it.
At the ready.
Claude kills the 3rd one. There's a fire orb covering the city center, so he moves west to stay out of its range. The first wave of reinforcements is going to appear at the south end of this canal. That makes it tricky to kill the southernmost fortress knights safely. Manuela uses the fetters of Dromi to hit and run. While Leone and Cyril clear the area up north, Lysithea will wipe out the enemies in the marketplace. Flayn opens her path by killing that warrior. Lysithea herself is responsible for the swordmaster and the sniper on the ballista. She can do both with a little help from Marianne.
I'll do my best. Apologies.
Dorothea electrocutes the fortress knight on the bridge. By advancing on the next fortress knight, Lysithea gets as close as she can to the grappler who's manning the onager. Note that the fortress knight does have a battalion, but its gambit is impregnable wall, so that's no problem. And the onager is a very convenient way to activate defiant magic.
Haven't withered away just yet.
Even if she doesn't dodge anything, Leone can survive here thanks to her personal skill.
There is still room for improvement.
Nice try. I've reached the top.
Take a look at the northernmost monster. Petra hit its top left barrier directly with ashes and dust, and she broke the bottom left one with her counterattack on enemy phase. Now it only has 2 barriers left, both partially damaged, and both on the right side. She can shatter the remaining barriers with a second ashes and dust that's aimed at the other flying beast. With that done, and with Defiant Avoid now activated by the Raphael gem, Petra can continue flying south. Seteth uses his own gambit to finish what Petra started. He makes his way north so he can take out the Warlock to the northeast. Claude neutralizes the fire orb by killing its user with Wind God.
I can't die yet.
Thyrsus boosts the range of Lysithea's dark magic to 5, helping her to take out the grappler on the onager and then ride back to the south. These enemies are a formidable threat, but they cannot withstand the power of teamwork.
I'll join too.
Excalibur helps too. Flame is about to blast the demonic beast with her gambit, and that will destroy the rest of its shields, so Manuela is free to take a potshot with no risk to herself.
Caution is prudent. Why, thank you.
Before she hits the monster, Flame adjusts her equipment. There's one extra grappler at the south edge of the map, and it will be her job to draw him out.
Allow me. I feel my strength building.
Cyril ignores the Fortress Knight and instead flies over to the first treasure chest. He has a hammer, so he can deal with the Knight on enemy phase. Meanwhile, Leone goes south of him. Using Parthia, she deals exactly enough damage to one-round this warrior.
You're really going for it.
Lysithea attacks the Falcon Knight who's blocking the bridge.
That helps.
Dorothea can now use the March Ring to cross the bridge and attack the monster from outside of its range with Thoron. That was the wrong order to do it, though. Or at least, it was wrong if Dorothea didn't crit. Instead, Lysithea attacks first. Her gambit is powerful enough to deplete the monster's second health bar all by itself.
Not there yet. This success will translate to victory!
Lysithea equipped Luna Lambda and the magic staff so that she'd be able to kill the Warlock and the Demonic Beast on enemy phase. For the latter, she just needs someone to provide a bit of extra chip damage.
More fighting.
Flame's responsibility would be to kill the grappler who attacked her, but she already did that with a crit, so she has some options. In any case, we want her to move west into the fortifications surrounding the palace. She has the opportunity to attack the grappler there for free. That'll activate him early, which might spice things up a little bit. Let's go for it.
There's no stopping me.
Manuela could squeeze out some extra movement by drawing Dorothea back, but that's a bad idea because it'll put Dorothea in the Warlock's attack range. Instead, she can indirectly pass the fetters of Dromi to Marianne, using Dorothea as a mule.
Sweet of you.
I am nearing my limit.
After attacking this bishop, Petra will wait in range of a mage to the south who has Bolting.
At the ready.
Claude eliminates another bishop. Three Falcon Knights and another flying demonic beast are coming from the north. Violet wants to go south onto the Death Knight stronghold, which is beyond their range, and which will give him a sizable defensive boost against the beasts who are already present. Sedith can assist him, and he'll also be able to kill a few of those reinforcements with Luine.
My orders?
Wow.
Leonie gets in position to cross the bridge next turn. Cyril will join her.
Our first wave of reinforcements is here. It will not be long until the next.
Reinforcements? That was quick. We can't hang around or they'll just keep coming. We'll have to capture the artillery. We can turn them against their reinforcements.
Stronger the better.
For Bridget, I find strength to carry on.
Watch and learn!
Dorothea re-equips the March Ring so she can keep moving closer to her destination. She's also able to help Byleth and company fight the demonic beasts by casting Meteor. The splash damage from Meteor has made it possible for Lysithea to kill the last remaining bishop. Flame uses Rescue on Manuela to bring her up to the second treasure chest. At this point, our main concern is making sure that neither of the two monsters who are nearest to Lysithea can kill her. The one to the south can be stunned if we shatter its barriers. As for the one on the right, we have to either weaken it enough for Lysithea to kill with her counterattack, or else just body block it. Marianne needs to catch up. When she takes the fetters from Dorothea, she'll be able to move a couple extra spaces to the north. That's important because it gets her away from the enemy Dark Bishop, who has a decent chance to crit and kill her with Death Gamma. Petra can just barely reach the southernmost beast. She can use Bane of Monsters on it. Defiant Crit is a nice get. Petra can use it in conjunction with Defiant Avoid to replace the functions of Battalion Wrath and Alert Stance Plus, or she can stack those skills if need be. In order to keep Lysithea safe, we're going with the body block method. Seth can assist Cyril and Leone by using his gambit on the infantry guarding the bridge. The Speed Ring gives Leone the ability to double this grappler, and Parthia gives her enough power to kill. Dorothea has a spare moment to use Physic on anyone who might need healing.
Thank you.
We have an interesting situation here. We'd like for Dorothea and Manuela to keep moving toward the Opera House, but there are two monsters in the way, along with 3 melee attackers who are backed by a Warlock. 3 of our units are tied up with other monsters in the northeast, and we've exhausted most of our gambits. There's really no way for these three to catch up with the rest of the team, short of having Cyril use Stride on either Leone or Seta, but not both. They should focus on their own little domain.
I can feel it in my bones.
Leone will kill the adjacent demonic beast, and she'll also lure the last one from the north.
Exemplar.
We're left with just 6 real units to use against these 6 opponents, although it should be said that Dorothea can at least kill the Fortress Knight. Complicating our task is the fact that Hubert covers part of this avenue with his bolting spell. Moreover, the weaker of the 2 monsters cannot be stunned anymore, and it'll take at least 2 attacks to kill it. Also, the warrior has access to an offensive gambit, so we can't allow him to attack Lysithea on enemy phase. And she can't face the warlock either because she has used up all her Luna Lambda charges. One possibility is to have Claude use Assault Troop on the Swordmaster, stunning 2 enemies at once. Alternatively, we can try to shut down the monsters first, and then block the enemy infantry with appropriate tanks.
Thanks for that.
Dorothea chips away at the monster's final health bar. It's nice to know that Flame can kill either the Fortress Knight or the Warrior. Unfortunately, it looks as though Manuela has very little to do. Like Claude, Byleth still has a gambit at his disposal. Ideally, that could be used in conjunction with Claude's own Assault Troop gambit, plus a 3rd attacker, to break the barriers of the second monster. But it's not clear that we'll have enough actions available to do that. Among the 3 melee attacking enemies, the warrior is the biggest threat due to his battalion. If Lysithea were to kill the Swordmaster while staying away from the Warlock, then we could almost afford to leave the Warlock and the Fortress Knight alone, but we'd be risking Marianne's life. The Fortress Knight has really bad hit rates on her, but the Warlock's accuracy is decent, he doubles her, and he kills her if both attacks hit. By moving Marianne this far, we have slightly overcommitted. The larger issue is that both monsters are still alive. Again, it takes 3 people to shatter the left-hand monster's barrier, and those 3 would have to be Byleth, Petra, and Claude. Lysithea is the only other attacker available, and she can't kill both the right-hand demonic beast and the Swordmaster at the same time. We must find some other plan. It turns out that Manuela does have a way to help. She can silence the Warlock. However, we still don't have enough actions left to kill the right-hand monster and stun the left-hand one. And now we've left Lysithea in danger. If we don't do that, that left-hand one might kill her with its staggering blow.
There's no stopping me.
As a backup plan, we can rely on a mechanic we've overlooked. We can just have Claude distract the left-hand monster by using a Gambit. That should free up Petra and Byleth temporarily.
Proceed carefully.
What's my strategy?
At the ready.
Once Claude moves away, Byleth will take the opportunity to weaken the monster some more. Alas, this is where I blew it. I'm putting him inside the monster's AoE attack range, so it'll stay put and use that instead of chasing Claude. That also means I didn't have to attack this monster at all. If, for example, I had just left Petra nearby, she would have dodged easily, and we could dogpile it next turn.
We have reinforcements coming in from another direction. Deploy them as soon as they arrive.
In the end, no harm, no foul. But we do have an angry herd of mages to deal with. Cyril, Leone, and Seteth each have attacks that are effective against these monsters. The former two have bows, and Seteth has Monster Piercer.
Guide me well.
My orders?
More fighting.
It seems like it's finally time for Byleth to use his gambit.
We have this covered.
Petra can't reach the monster from here, but she can kill any of the mages.
I'll do my best. Perseverance is the key. Onward.
It's so great that Flame is such an effective counter to enemy mages. I'm very glad to have given her a couple of talismans. The metric for being close enough to these landmarks is 2 spaces, but diagonals are allowed.
The battle is nearing the Opera House. I hope everyone in the company is safe.
Much needed.
Flame officially joins the Tome Fair Club.
Committed to memory.
Has it really been so long since I was in that opera house? Couldn't have imagined any of this back then. Strength and beauty. What a pair.
Both Manuela and Dorothea have reached their destination. Now we just have to worry about bringing Sedith and Flame to the church. We're not in any huge rush to kill this last beast. We can let Leone fight it again on enemy phase.
I believe I can do more.
Apologies.
I won't let this hold me back.
Seteth can now reach the church, but he doesn't quite have enough movement to do so after attacking an enemy since he's not packing a ranged weapon. Luckily, this gives Dorothea another moment to shine. Now he can do it, but I really should have thought more carefully about the implications of moving him below Byleth to attack. Oops. Flame has to get out of her father's way.
Onward. That church. It looks familiar. I believe that is where my parents first met.
Guide me well.
More fighting.
That church. I have such memories of that place. From a time before I was Seteth.
I am nearing my limit.
Let's go. This still isn't good enough.
We want the rest of the team to group up around Byleth so that Cyril can then send them toward Hubert with Stride.
Still far from the top. My orders?
Well done.
I'll do my best.
Did the trick.
Proceed carefully.
What's my
There's
strength?
just one small problem. Byleth can't reach Hubert, and we wouldn't want to miss out on their conversation, would we? Fortunately, Lysithea saves the day. Claude also has a special conversation, but he has a chance to crit, so he shouldn't attack first.
I should have disposed of you a long time ago. I will rectify that failure here.
A bit disappointing.
Goodbye, Hubert.
It's over, lapdog. Your military rule is at its end.
For every step you take along that path, our thorns will cut into your heels.
Ooh, that sounds painful. I'll have to wear thicker soles for the march.
If your boots are too heavy, you won't be able to lift your feet. But enough prattle. We must place our faith in Her Majesty. Her victory is everything.
That was the first death in the Officers Academy class of 1181. It's a shame it came to this.
Well done, everyone. Now we can break through into Enbarr. We need to hurry up and attack the palace to block Edelgard's movements.
The Opera Company volunteers are our biggest prize by far. The Dance of the Goddess Gambit is ridiculous, and we'll put it to use in each of the 3 battles that remain. Next, we enter the Imperial Palace to confront the Flame Emperor for the final time.